and not the painting or drawing used for the book. At that time, I was disappointed. Final art for books receiving the Caldecott Award in special collections is actually rare. Increasingly, it is the last donation that any artist is likely to give up. An inventory of locations of Caldecott Award art would be welcome for researchers and exhibitors. So this mini presentation will include a few anecdotes about acquisition. For the 1951 Caldecott Honor, the two reds, and the 1952 Caldecott Award binders keepers, Nicholas Mordanoff seemed pleased to get the heavy acetate separations with pen, ink, and brush off his hands. The materials take space, they're heavy and unwieldy, but they are treasure when in a special collection. Dr. Curlin established, next, the relationship with some gifts from Marie Hull Epps. Personal visits to her apartment when on vacation resulted in the balance. She told me of once upon a time getting double shots prior to post-war work in Czechoslovakia that made it impossible for her to eat a balanced diet. Bananas worked. I learned that despite this poor diet, Epps made studies on site at holiday time in Mexico for her 1960 Caldecott Award 9 Days to Christmas. Studies in pencil, watercolor, and tempera, some drawn on site, are interspersed with the final color separations for the final art with its strong fuchsia and gold color. The Curlin also holds her 1960 Caldecott medal and a copy of her acceptance speech. Next. For the two-time award winner Barbara Cooney, I agreed to use some vacation days to stay in her village for a week, and along with her measure original art for each of her books, height by width on various size paper. She later told me she repeated the effort with her daughter Heidi. She shared anecdotes about where she stood as she sketched on her easel. She insisted on traveling to the site for her book settings. The Curlin collection holds a couple studies for the 1959 award Chanticleer and the Fox. However, the final art was done on black and white scratchboard with colors and dino base. For the 1980 award, title Oxcart Man, the setting was a composite. One could not stand in a particular place to replicate the view. The dummy, or mock-up, is in the Curlin collection, and in my opinion is far more energetic than the rather static paintings in the printed book. While the dummy was watercolor and pencil, the final art was executed with acrylics and gesso-coated board. Gail E. Haley lost some of her art in a campus river flood where she taught. Consequently, she was more apt to place her work elsewhere at that time. As a printmaker, she pulled many proofs as she progressively refined her woodcuts for A Story, an African Tale, the 1971 Caldecott Award. Haley generously donated many of these proofs to the Curlin.